Do you judge a book by its cover? Today we're going behind the scenes for a fun tour of the creation of one of my book covers. Stay tuned and I'll share how 5 people came together with one goal in mind. Spoiler alert, the end result was worth all the effort. Hi, I'm Tanya E. Williams, author of historical women's fiction, including the Hotel Hamilton series, and today we're diving into the creative process of book cover design. But first, don't forget to hit subscribe, and you'll be notified each week when I release new videos covering topics that shape a story idea into a novel readers will enjoy. Book cover design is part art and part science. I have little talent when it comes to graphic design, or font selection, or come to think of it, colors of any sort. Instead, I bring a feeling of what I'm seeking to the conversation, and my incredibly talented cover designer does the rest. I've yet to figure out how she gets inside my head, where the image roams around like a song I can't quite grasp the words to. But somehow, together, we bring a story to life through a book's cover design. When I started writing the Hotel Hamilton novels, I began looking for inspiration for the first book's cover. I knew I wanted the cover to be taken up with a girl in a maid's uniform. Welcome to the Hamilton is, after all, about a young woman seeking a position at a new hotel in Vancouver in 1927. Finding historically applicable images for historical fiction book covers is a little more difficult than you might think. As readers, we lean into the side profile, or the back of headshot, for the genre's cover design. So finding an image of a maid in a 1927 attire was a significant challenge. We did find one image, and I absolutely fell in love with it. It was stunning. However, to use that particular image was going to cost thousands of dollars for each edition and country the edition would be available in. Let me break that down for you. If we wanted to make the novel available in Canada, the US, and the UK, we would have to pay for 3 separate licenses to accomplish that goal. Add to that, if we wanted to make the book available in paperback, eBook, and audiobook, we would need to pay for 3 more separate licenses for each country. So to have a book available in the US, Canada, and the UK in paperback, eBook, and audiobook format, for this particular image, it would have cost us somewhere in the neighborhood of $15,000, with no room to add a hardback edition, a large print edition, or even availability for another country. Now, I will say, this isn't always the case. There are many sources that are far less expensive to use, and other options are also available in the public domain. That being said, have you ever seen the same cover image on 2 different novels? This happens more often than you might think. In fact, I have a friend whose publisher purchased exclusive rights to her cover image, only to see the same image with a different color bag or hat pop up on another book's cover in her genre. I wasn't keen to have my books end up in that kind of situation. It occurred to me about that time that I had access to my very own photographer. My husband prefers landscape photography, and I can confirm his photographs are beautiful and are proudly on display in our home. If you're interested in seeing some of his earlier work, you can find them compiled in a nonfiction book we co-authored titled Breathe. This realization of having my own personal photographer led to the culmination of several wonderful happenstances involving many key people in my life. First, I found a model, and boy did we hit the jackpot with a friend of our son's who is an exceptional actress, model, and all-around lovely and intelligent young woman. Then we set a date and booked a suite at a Vancouver hotel to use as a base of operations for our day's photo shoot. There would be lots of wardrobe changes after all, since my goal was to take as many photos as possible for future Hotel Hamilton book covers. The model and I, at the invitation of the local high school drama department head, scoured the racks of costumes the department had in storage over 3 different rooms. Another huge win for us as we found clothes, shoes, hats, jewelry, and more. I picked up a few things from other stores to fill out our collection, while our model pulled from her own closet as we gathered a stockpile of options and along with it, a plan of action. My parents lent us the antique key that is featured on the cover of Welcome to the Hamilton, and the maid's uniform along with a red feather duster that at the time of this recording you have yet to see on a Hotel Hamilton cover, came from a costume shop. As the day approached, my best friend, an extremely talented actor in her own right, and someone I can always trust to have my back, very quietly asked if she could join us for the photo shoot. Having my friend working alongside us made all the difference, since she intuitively knew what I was thinking before I uttered a word. I had a detailed schedule of what I was looking for with each costume in place, and the night before the photo shoot, all the costumes were pressed and lined up in the hotel's closet in the order of events for the next day. With caffeine fueling us, we set off. The rain did little to dampen our enthusiasm as we made our way around the city, capturing everything we could. Some of the photos were taken in front of a blank screen, so backdrops could be added at a later date, as once the city wakes up, it's challenging to get the perfect shot with people walking the city streets. If you ever find yourself in Vancouver and you make it to the clock that is featured on the cover of Meet Me at the Clock, it won't look the same, since the backdrop that is used on that particular cover is not only not near the clock itself, it isn't even in Vancouver. The day was a dream come true for me. The four of us working together toward the same goal made each story, even some I had yet to write, come alive right before my eyes. The fifth person involved in the process is my cover designer. She took my husband's raw photos and made them shiny anew. The best shot we had of our model in the maid uniform featured an uneven ruffling of the white fringe on her shoulders. This wasn't a problem for my cover designer. Like magic, she filled in the space and suddenly we had a maid in a pristine uniform for the book's cover. Her most brilliant contribution, in my opinion, was when she took a hotel room door that was originally brown and strategically colored it red. With that one decision, the color branding for the Hotel Hamilton series was created. If you look at the covers now, you'll notice the reds and blues that are a continual thread throughout the series. When it came time to redo the covers for the Smith family series, that pop of red continued to appear. Now what started as a single novel with Welcome to the Hamilton has become part of all of my books' signature looks. I hope you'll join me next time as I share the before and after of the photo taken on the day of the photo shoot to the final cover design. So back to that first question. Do you judge a book by its cover? I know I do. Let me know in the comments below. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, go ahead and give it a thumbs up and hit subscribe so YouTube knows this content was helpful. Thanks for watching and happy reading.